To Board of Health meeting for Monday, June 28th, 2021. We're going to get right to the action items. We have disposal work permit for 40 Country Farm Road, 690 Washington Street, 50 West Union Street, 1571 Washington Street. This is a revised application. 40 Water Street, that is also a revised application. And 110 Pleasant Street, a third revised application. Sue, do we have all the paper?
Yep, Mr. Bucher reviewed all 6 plans and re-reviewed the revisions, and he's signed all the permits for those.
Okay.
Do you want to do them all as one fell swoop? Or do you
Yep,
want to take
no,
the
we'll do
revisions
them all in
separate?
one fell swoop.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, so there's a motion, Matt, second Lyons. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, it's approved. And just for the viewing audience, I do want to just make note that this will be an abbreviated meeting. We'll get to as many of the action items, we'll get to the action items, but we do have some other issues that we need to attend to. So any other items that will remain will be rescheduled as soon as possible. So then we have installer permits. We have 2. We have Gregory Flommer and RB Maderos.
Those are both renewals. Everyone's up to date on their insurance. And they both worked in town before with no problem.
Motion?
Like motion.
Okay, motion Matt, second Lyons. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed unanimously. Okay, then we have some invoices for Bucher and Sons, WB Mason, EB Fire, and then reimbursing our
Sue.
temporary health agent, Sue Malloy. Had to think of what the, who are you again? So
I'm going to add one in there. We just got our final invoice for fiscal year 21 from Brown and Caldwell for the remainder of their contract amount, so they did fall within their quoted contract for fiscal year 21. And that's for the landfill monitoring
Yep.
Are they still under contract for the
till June 30th. So that's fiscal year, so they're under contract till June 30th, and we have the renewal here to sign
Okay.
for next
Yep.
fiscal
Alright.
year.
I'll make a motion to pay the invoices.
Okay, motion Matt, second Lyons. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
So aye. So that's approving the invoices for Bucher and Sons, WB Mason, East Bridgewater Fire Department, Sue Malloy, and,
Brown and Caldwell.
yep. Cool. Thank you. Okay, so food service permit, we have 1.
So I'm actually going to just add one, and I should have written it in earlier. I apologize. So we have Pepper Paul's hot sauce, which is actually like a residential kitchen that was inspected by Rob Casper. His kitchen was inspected, and he was already preparing them in a different kitchen, and now he needs to move it to a home base. So he does meet all the criteria for a residential kitchen, and Rob has inspected his kitchen. So that one's good to go. And then I have Wicked Flavor, which is Perfectly Flavored Cafe, purchased a food truck.
Okay,
and-
so that's where Old Papa Stelio's
Yep,
was? Okay.
yep. So they applied for a food service permit, and normally we would not have you sign it until the inspection was done, but Rob Casper was on vacation last week. So he is back, and he's inspecting it Wednesday. He does not anticipate any problem as David runs a very clean and efficient operation over at his restaurant. So he asked if I could have the board sign it, and he would not give it to them until they passed inspection. Because they do have an event coming up this weekend.
Okay, so let's just do Pepper Paul's
Sure,
first, because I want
absolutely,
to
yep.
make some comments on
Yep,
Wicked.
go right ahead.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to approve Pepper Paul's hot sauce.
All right, motion.
Okay, motion Matt, second Lyons. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so that passed. Okay, so in talking about Wicked Flavor,
Yep,
I understand the immediacy to get it done.
yep.
And we want to make sure that, folks are taken care of as best they can. So we want to make sure it is clear that this approval is contingent
On the inspection.
upon
Yep.
the positive inspection from Bob
Yep. It's
prior
already
to
scheduled for
Friday or prior to
Wednesday.
doing
Yep.
anything.
Yep, and like I said, so I've got all the paperwork. They're already licensed in East Bridgewater in their physical restaurant, so this will be their mobile operation.
So on this particular one, could you just follow up to the board
Yep.
and to the applicant and to Bob with an email that states just what we just
Yep,
talked about?
absolutely. Yep.
Okay. I'm good with
Okay,
that.
so I'm going to entertain a motion to accept the application for Wicked Flavor Food Truck contingent upon the positive inspection results from our food inspector.
Does that do what we needed to do, Sue? Is that
Yep.
motion correct? I'll second it.
Yep, I would probably just say pending past inspection, but
Yep.
positive, that's fine, yeah.
Yep, I will make that motion for you.
Okay, it's motion Matt, second Lyons. All in favor?
Aye?
No? Any discussion?
Nope, nope.
Hearing none? All in favor? Aye. So that passed.
Just answering your question, that's all.
Okay, so,
We have Brown and Caldwell,
okay, do we,
so I did send you guys that via email.
Yep.
There was, I looked it over, it's basically the same language as we get every year.
Yep.
Price went up slightly, obviously due to, cost increases.
can we define slightly, do we know what that?
I believe this year's it went up by, we have one more report to do next year also, so that does change the cost. Hold on, I have it right here, because I just signed the bill. I think this year's was about 32,000.
Okay, so this year's 32,000.
Yeah.
Last year's was,
No, the last year's was 32,000.
Last year
So
was 32.
Yep, so this year's is 34,700.
okay. All right, so we've got, you said there's an additional report?
Yeah, so every so often they have to do biannual reports.
Was
For
that
2 years.
accounted for in our budget this?
Yes, it's budgeted, yep.
Fantastic.
Okay, that's an 8.5% increase. Okay. So I'll make the motion to accept the contract for Brown and Caldwell Bridge Street landfill monitoring at an annual contract rate of $34,700.
Second.
Okay, second Matt. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Let's skip over number
That
6.
passed.
Yeah.
Okay, so employment agreement, health agent, we do need to come to, again, I'd like to have all three board members here to have the discussion about what the next steps, and we may have to go into executive session to get that wrapped up.
That's fine.
So that's gonna be a push until our next meeting. And then we have
Do you need a motion to table that?
yeah, might as well.
Well, so that was actually on the agenda for a specific employment agreement we had in place, so I mean,
Okay.
it's not an actual issue, so we could technically pass over it because that's
Okay,
not
yeah,
on
so,
the table any
so
longer.
we had, we had entered into an employment agreement with an individual to fill the health agent spot that was vacated last spring, and unfortunately, that applicant decided to take a position elsewhere, so right now, we continue to fill that role with a temporary position, which she was filling, but we do need to come to a long-term solution. And that's something we need a little bit more in-depth discussion amongst the board, so. So agreed, I don't think we need a motion to do that. Okay, we've got a loan.
Yep, so, out of respect for the homeowners, I'm not gonna say the address, but it is a standard Title V septic repair, loan, that the applicants have already come in and signed and paid their lien fee, and the system is already inspected and, approved.
Okay. I will make a motion to.
Okay,
accept
that's a motion, Matt. Second Lyons, any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. The loan is passed. Okay, so right now, I'm gonna entertain a motion to officially close the meeting.
So do you have anything you want to throw in the office updates or anything real quick before we? Anything?
Anything quick? Probably not.
Yeah,
So
so
I
we're
think
gonna,
I-
we're gonna put, we need to get something, another interim meeting between now and our next regular.
So the next, our next regularly scheduled meeting would be the 5th, which is the town hall's closed, because that's the first Monday of the month. So
Right,
we'll have to
exactly.
come up with
right,
another
right.
date,
So
yeah,
So we
yeah.
push that to another week, so that, I
Yeah.
think, might be too long of a gap.
Yeah.
I'd like to get us together.
Yep.
Just to discuss some of these.
So I did email Lisa, I haven't heard back, I think she's working today, so I haven't heard back, I just asked her what her availability was over the next week or two.
And we can all do that offline?
Yeah, yeah,
So-
absolutely,
So
yeah.
that we can,
Sure.
Yep.
we can move along.
And then what I would just say while the camera is on is that, where the office just have just one person right now, I have made arrangements, so I will be off from the office tomorrow. Mr. Bucher is in town doing all my septic stuff tomorrow. And Ellen has my cordless phone and the key to my office. So anybody that comes in that needs help, the ladies at the building department will be able to assist them tomorrow.
Perfect.
And, can always email any questions, to the, office or to the health chair.
And if you call the office, someone will answer the phone.
Somebody will answer, and if you leave a message, somebody will get back to you. If it's urgent, I always encourage people to use email because, that's, a lot easier to check when you have a second too.
Now, isn't our volunteer on Tuesday and Thursday?
Volunteer, so she's not a volunteer, she's a tax worker.
Oh, okay,
but
right,
They're not
right,
allowed
wrong
to be in the
somebody.
office when the office staff is not in the office.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
She's,
All right.
so she's gonna reschedule, she's gonna be in on Wednesday.
Perfect,
Okay.
okay.
Fantastic.
All right.
Right, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Matt. Second, Lyons. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So that's a unanimous decision to close the Board of Health meeting, Monday, June 28th, 2021. Thank you, everybody.